Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Denise would like to introduce you to Ray Robb. Nice smile, he said. Thanks for connecting me. Nice to meet you. How are you today? Visions of him sticking his finger in the socket because Denise had managed to connect him. Good morning. I'm fine, thanks. Thanks for the reply, which I hope for permit me to say I like your smile. Hey, where do you live? I live in Guildford. UK? He asked. Yes, it's in the south of England. Where are you? Oh, okay. I'm from the untied state. I live here in GA, Georgia. Who do you stay with that side? What do you mean by GA, Georgia? Yes, he said. Try again, said Denise. What do you mean by GA, Georgia? Georgia, Atlanta. GA is the title of the state. You're still confusing me, but whatever. But not staying in the main city. I stay here in LaGrange, Georgia, Atlanta, USA. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope you understand now, he asked. No, I thought you said GA was the state. Now you're saying the state is called Atlanta. I've never heard of a state called Atlanta, but I don't live in the US. To which our man predictably replied, Oh, really? Yes, really. Where is the state of Atlanta? Georgia, Atlanta, is one of the prominent states of the United States. US consists of 50 states, he said. Yes, but you already told me Georgia is a state, and that Atlanta is a state. I've heard of Georgia, but I haven't heard of a state called Atlanta. Where is the state of Atlanta? No, the capital city is called Atlanta, dear, he said. What do you do for a living? And who do you stay with that side, if you don't mind me asking? I'm retired. I was an accountant. I ran my own business with my late husband. Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. I have no idea what this means, she said, quoting, Who do you stay with that side? I'm into farming business, he said, and supplying food stuff and all that. I don't know what that means. Do you mean you're a farmer? LOL. Sorry, he said. I just want a conversation. I will send you a letter about me or my business. But it has to be a little later, just taking orders from clients now. Oh, letter, said Denise, that'll be interesting. Yep, he said. Will you post it to me, or send it as a file here? Do you mind if we text on WhatsApp, he said. I don't know what you mean, said Denise. I will write it to you as text, here. Okay, and so he did. And usually I say Google helped him out. Google often makes sense, but in this case, I think ChatGPT helped him out. Why write your own meaningless drivel when ChatGPT can do it for you? RR Import and Export Trade Company was established at the end of 2012 in the States as an exporter and supplier of agricultural products such as nuts, dried fruits, dried vegetables, fruit juice and concentrates, herbs, spices and other products coming from organic and conventional agriculture. Our experienced traders continuously monitoring the markets through our representatives and agents over the world to source the best quality products at the right time. We constantly inform our trading partners with an honest insight and useful information regarding market updates and developments. Due to our strong focus on global markets, it makes us fully equipped about international market trends, laws and food safety regulations. Honesty, integrity and commitment are values we hold as key principles. Our long-term relationships with our trading partners allowed us to expand from a small one-room company to an organisation with multiple offices around the world. And he sent a link to a profile on LinkedIn. If you're looking for more customers, I'm not interested, she said. Good morning, how are you doing? No, I'm just looking for a friend, not customer. I was just telling you about the what I'm ding for a living. Okay, good morning, said Denise. How are you doing this morning? I only get a chance by this time of the week. May I have your phone so we can talk on the phone too? WhatsApp, or what do you think? I don't know what that means. A chance at what? Said Denise. I don't know what a WhatsApp is. You can install the app for your phone on a Play Store. I have no idea what any of that means, said Denise. Why should I go to a toy shop? To download WhatsApp is more better and cheaper for calling. Is also owned by the owner of the Facebook. I still have no idea what you're talking about, said Denise. Doesn't cost me anything to send you a message here. Oh, okay, is okay. I was just wanted to hear your voice. by calling your phone, but it's okay, dear. You on a phone, the UK? Won't that be expensive? I've no idea how much international calls cost. I've got an old-fashioned landline. Oh, I see, but it's okay. But let try, but international call is little bit more expensive. Why can't you just call me on here? Said Denise. Isn't that free? I've talked to my family on here. Oh, no, I could call you. Oh, okay, I guessed. I will try to call you during working hour, maybe during tea time at work or lunchtime. She tried calling him a couple of times, but he didn't answer. Guess you're not that interested in hearing my voice, she said. I have to go out now. Goodbye. Let's talk a little later. Is that okay? He said. Oh, okay, said Denise a couple of hours later. My friend arrived when we were talking earlier. She took me to Sainsbury's to do some shopping. I was on the phone when you called, he tried. Oh, okay, we'll talk when you get back home. Did you read what I said? Replied Denise. Good morning, how was your day? Yes, I read what you sent. You said you went to a shopping Sainsbury. I thought I was going to call you, but by the time I returned from work, I became too tired. Otherwise, is there any other content of what you said yesterday? Yes, said Denise. Clearly you have difficulties with comprehension. At 11:36 a.m. I told you that my friend had arrived when we were talking earlier, and that she took me to Sainsbury's. Oh, okay. What did you buy? Did you enjoy your beautiful date with your friend? Huh? An hour and a half after, continued Denise, because we cross-posted, I told you I've already been to Sainsbury's. You told me we will talk when you get back home. And in reply to him saying, what did you buy? Did you enjoy your beautiful date with your friend? Denise said, please don't talk like a 6-year-old kid. LOL, sorry about that, he said. I just woke up not too long still, little beat tired. I would like to know more about you, if you don't mind. Such as? As friend, he said. That isn't even an answer to my question. What do you want to know? Like? How long have you been alone? And you said your kids live in another city or place. So who do you stay with? I may be coming to EU month ending. Who knows? We might have some coffee if you don't mind. And ladies and gentlemen, I should give you one of those warnings now. If you're eating or drinking, I strongly suggest you swallow. And for those of you that don't live in the UK, I'll just tell you now, Sainsbury's is a UK supermarket chain, like Tesco or Lidl or Aldi. My hubby died 5 years ago, said Denise. My son lives in Godalming with his family, and my daughter lives in Brighton with hers. We aren't in the EU anymore. I know, but I like you, he said. I know you guys are not in the EU anymore, but I'll be going to Greece, and from Greece I may switch to Sainsbury, he said. And to know more about you, we can take it from there. What do you think? Okay, said Denise. Which branch of Sainsbury's will you come to? They sell some awesome buns in the bakery. Oh, you'll tell me, and I will definitely follow your leads, he said. I believe they have a large mega store in southeast London somewhere. Oh yes, dear, they really do have, but your profile is not saying a lot. That's why I'm sceptical. You know, you've got to love a good non sequitur, haven't you? But do you think we should exchange some pics? He tried. I don't know what you're talking about, said Denise. What's that got to do with Sainsbury's? LOL, just needed some conversations, he said. Yes, and I would like to rent a shop there, or a storage too, but I just want to know more of you if you don't mind. I don't think Sainsbury's rent out space to other people, do they? What do you want to know? I understand that. I can't just know everything about you, but as the day go, I think we can try. What do you think? Yes, if there are some vacancy, can you help me get some details there? What on earth are you talking about? Said Denise. Talking about us, to know more of each other's, dear. No, what on earth does this mean? Said Denise, copying the bit where he'd said, yes, if there are some vacancy, can you help me get some details there? I means you can check if there are any of the realtor or estate management around you there. I've absolutely no idea at all what you're talking about, said Denise. I'm talking about a space to rent there, he said. Where? Asked Denise. You said you don't know if they're renting any space out in Sainsbury. Of course they aren't, said Denise. Why would they rent space to someone else? I wanted some space there to rent as storage, he said. Don't be ridiculous, said Denise. Why on earth would they rent space to someone else? I'm sure they use it all themselves. So that we can meet and know more about you. You is the reason I'm coming to that side, he said. That side of what? Please try and type something, anything that makes sense. If you want to come and meet me, just say so, and stop writing random twaddle about wanting to rent storage space in a random branch of Sainsbury's. That's true, he said, thanks. Perhaps you should try the branch in Aberdeen, or wherever their most northerly branch is, I have no idea. I will Google it, he said. You're in for a shock, mate, if you do. And then I will always get back to you. Thank you for the idea. That sounds like a really good idea, said Denise. It really does, he agreed, and I believe it will help a lot. So, do you think we should also talk in email, or what do you think? I don't look at my email very often, said Denise, but you can email me if you want. Oh, OK, give me your email. I think we can discuss more from email. So she gave him her email address. If you let me know when you've emailed, I'll try and remember to look, she said. I will definitely do that. What is your real name? Are you Singleton? What a strange question, said Denise. LOL, he said. Sorry, I knew you will say that we've been texting for 3 days now. I didn't even ask that. It's still a strange question, said Denise, which begs the question, what is your real name? Obviously it isn't Ray Rob, otherwise you wouldn't have asked, so don't try and pretend it is. My real is Raymond Roberto, my surname. Why do you have 2 first names and no surname? Said Denise. But it's OK, I will figure it out. I will send you email, but that will be tomorrow after work. I have a limited time at work in every weekend, he said. I live in hope of you typing something that makes sense, said Denise, but sadly, not in expectation. To which our man replied, LOL, yeah, it could make a lot of sense, because it's about me. I will send you, while you also send me the same way to my email too. I have to go now, but we can always text a little later while I resume work this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now, said Denise. And she copied the bit about where he said, LOL, it could make a lot of sense because it's about me, blah, blah, blah. And underneath typed, QED. Our man was back the next morning. Good morning, my dear. How was your night? Good morning. Awful. How was your night? It's still night here, he said, remembering where he was meant to be. But I believe the night would be OK that I have texted you. Oh, OK. Yes, dear. I came back home around 11 p.m, but I was in dinner with my client, so we took long to finish analysis. What are you doing this weekend? Are you having so much to do? Why do all these scammers just talk like kids? My son and 2 grandsons will be here very soon. They always come on Saturday morning if they can. Oh, OK. You can just reply my email when they left, or you can always write me. I will get back to you if not busy. And over on Denise's email, our man had, in fact, emailed. Denise saw it while she was waiting for her family to arrive. I would like you to answer some questions for me, and I will do the same after reading your answers. And although I haven't seen his answers as I'm recording this, I'll take bets that he doesn't answer all the questions, because scammers never do. I'm sorry if I'm asking too many questions. I only want us to know and understand each other better. And here are his questions. Well, I'll read you the questions, along with Denise's replies. What is your philosophy of life? There are 2 things that are certain, death and taxes. How do you relax? I stop thinking. What is your favourite colour? Purple pomponium. What is your favourite food? Fried worm casserole. Movies? Stay stillies. What do you do for fun? Yogic table moving and underwater knitting. What is your taste in clothing, business or jeans and t-shirt type? I love a good chocolate blouse and my taste in business is jammy. What is your favourite sport? Underwater ice hockey. What is your favourite type of kiss? Chocolate. What is your idea? I have lots of ideas. A romantic evening? Is that a question? Good morning, my dear, he said the next afternoon. How was your day? It was lovely. My son took me back to Godalming and we had a lovely afternoon. By the way, did you Google Sainsbury's and work out where they have branches, or even which one you want to visit? Can't imagine why you'd want to come all this way just to go to Sainsbury's. Good morning, my love. I begins with interest in knowing more about you. That's why it interests me to bring in my business to meet you there, so we may have this business relationship there together while I do my business, and get to know more of you more better, and then settle down with you if you don't mind. Why don't you write that like a mature American gentleman instead of some illiterate street kid? Said Denise. If you want to do business, you'll get nowhere writing rubbish like that. If you really want to do business with Sainsbury's, I suggest you contact their head office and explain to them what product you have to offer and why you think they would want to sell it. I didn't know that. I thought it was just an expression, sorry if offend you, he said. It seems you don't want to text. We can always text later. Please write like a mature businessman, said Denise, not like a small boy. It's impossible to understand the meaningless drivel you're typing, and if you really want to do business with Sainsbury's, you'll get nowhere if you type such twaddle. At the very least, use some basic punctuation, as you would if you were writing a business proposal. To which our man replied, Thanks for understanding. Remember, English is my second language. It's not my first language, dear. But I'm glad to found someone like you, some who tell me when I'm wrong. Thank you once again. You're from Georgia, she said, as in Georgia in the United States, not Georgia in Europe. Like I said, I'll like to Sainsbury's there for you, he said. Then we can look into business later if we like each other's. How can I remember English is your second language, she said, and in reply to him saying, Like I said, I will like to Sainsbury's there for you. She said, What on God's green earth does that mean? In reply to her saying, He's from Georgia, he said, Espanol origin. And in reply to her saying, What on God's green earth does like I said I will like to Sainsbury's there for you mean? He said, Means I like you. I won't say it again, replied Denise. If you want to do business with Sainsbury's, you need to contact them. Look on their website. You're single, he said. I'm a single father too. OK, I'll say it again, said Denise, typing it again. If you want to do business with Sainsbury's, you'll have to look on their website. I hope that's clear. I'll write you again a little later, OK, he said. Have you looked on their website? Have you Googled Sainsbury's and looked on their website? Give me their website, he said. Google Sainsbury's and read their website. Thank you very much. What do you have to say about this? He said, quoting where he'd said, You're single, I'm a single father too. Congratulations on having a child, said Denise. I have 2 children and 4 grandchildren. It's not unusual. Are you married? I also have a child. We can both make a happy home together, dear. We will text little later, when I'm done here. My Albie died 5 years ago, she said. I'm sorry about that, love. I'm truly sorry to hear that. Thank you. Welcome, my dear. How's your day? It's been a lovely day. I went for a walk on the downs with my friend Barbara. Have you Googled Sainsbury's yet? Good morning, dear, he said, sending her the link to the Sainsbury's website. Good morning. Not sure why you sent me the link to the Sainsbury's website. It's not me that wants to sell them something. I know. I just want you to know that I'll be coming that side. That's why I sent it to you, to see that I've go through there. I've no idea what you're talking about, said Denise. Why will you go through there? I will come there to meet you. Why do you want to meet there? Which branch? Asked Denise. I'll be there in their office, physical address, and then I'll come to you for a meeting. I've no idea where their head office is. Where is it? She asked. And so he looked and came up with their head office, 8 to 9 Bridge Street, Stratford-on-Avon. Are you there? So you're going to Stratford-on-Avon, then you'll come to Guildford, and I'm still waiting for you to answer all those questions you asked me in your email, please. A few days later, our man answered the email. Thanks for answering the questions that I asked. You're so impressed by your answers, and you seem to be the perfect lady that I'm looking for. And one man, one woman person. It's my turn to answer the same questions that I asked you. My philosophy of life is to treat others as you want to be treated, create happy memories, and live each day as if it were my last. Make contact with those that I love and care about. Respect myself, my body, and be decent. How do I relax? Sometimes I just sit or lie down quietly and meditate, deep breathing, or watch a movie or a TV show. Maybe do some reading, maybe a cup of tea, sometimes a glass of wine. Although usually I don't drink alone, and I'm not a big drinker to begin with. My favourite colour is blue. Favourite meal? I like seafood. I like pizza and chicken wraps, little sandwiches on crusty rolls, Starbucks coffee. I try to incorporate at least just a little of something healthy in my treats too. I simply like everything that tastes good. I should also let you know that I'm a good cook. Movies. I love romantic movies. I love thriller and comedy, and I also love horror movies and Indian movies. Please do not be scared of horror movies. If we watched a horror movie together, do not be worried, because you will always have my shoulders to lean on. What do I do for fun? Going to the beach and watching the ocean. I like swimming and going to the theatre. My favourite taste in clothing? Difficult to say, but I'm a jeans and t-shirt type when I'm not at work. But I would say that I do care a lot about my clothing, and when it's work time for me, I always look cooperative. My favourite sport? My favourite sport is swimming, or maybe someone as beautiful as you, locked in a room with me doing it for the whole day. LOL. What's my favourite type? Sorry, guys. What's my favourite type of kiss? A long, soft, mild pressure French kiss that makes it seem like time is standing still. Take my breath away type of kiss. That's my favourite type of kiss. What is my idea of a romantic evening? It doesn't always have to be about spending a lot of money and getting all dressed up. I think when I'm with someone special that I care about, the most romantic evenings could be just being alone with each other, turning off the cell phones, landlines, etc., and having it just being about the two of us connecting with each other, maybe ordering in or going to a hotel and locking ourselves away in the room, bringing a bottle of wine, some chocolate, a romantic movie, or dancing slowly to a dinner CD, just being with each other, doing something special for that other person, maybe a massage, taking a shower together, cuddles, snuggles, love-making. That's a romantic evening to me. We were given 2 hands to hold, 2 legs to walk, 2 eyes to see, 2 ears to listen. But why only 1 heart? Because the other was given to someone else, for us to find and be complete and fall in love. I have answered the same questions I asked you, and I hope you find me interesting. I'm interested in meeting you, and happy to meet someone like you. I will be happy if you can give me your phone number. We talk easily, like some days ago, when I was not online. Why, I was asking for your WhatsApp. I was on my way to supply vanilla to French in Papua New Guinea, he said. Meanwhile, he'd also reappeared a minute later on Facebook. Good morning, my dear. How was your night there? How are you doing this morning or afternoon by you? I've been away. I went to PNG to get vanilla to France, but I got it everything under control now because I'm okay. Just get back to myself now. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, but now I will always tell you about my plan and about everything that I'm doing. I've sent you email. Are you okay? Good morning. How are you? Good morning. I'm fine, thanks, said Denise, and thanks for the email. I don't really understand why you couldn't have told me all that on here. Well, obviously we do, because someone else was writing that email. That was a very short visit to PNG. You must have spent most of the time flying. I'm still here in PNG, dear, only getting the export to France, but I will be done here next week. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you said you'd just got back. Where are you in PNG? Port Moresby, he said. What are you doing now? Are you having a busy weekend? I was feeding the fossilised mammoth in the cellar. Oh yes, very busy. What are you doing now? Just finished meeting with some farmers, then going back to my motel. We'll text a little later. OK, hope the meeting went well. Yes, I have to quarantine vanilla by tomorrow, so they'll be ready for dispatching. I never thought about it needing quarantine. How long does that take? At this point, for some strange reason, our man apparently became incoherent. If they start it tomorrow, then it will finish by Wednesday, then by Thursday they're all ready to be loaded in the ship. Yes, I do quarantine, as you know, is international food, and the National Drug Agency will hold them for expect them, and if they didn't preserve well then, they will size them. I so wish that made sense, replied Denise. This is going to France. Then I will get cocoa coffee pounder to Greece after I'm done this side. And he sent some photos of vanilla. He replied to Denise saying, I so wish that made sense. He said, it makes a lot of sense. You need to sanitize them a lot because it's food, so the body need health food and all that. I wish that made sense too, but I guess I'll just live in hope. Whichever member of the team had taken over clearly had no idea how to write a sentence. I also got some turmeric there, fresh turmeric. What's a coffee pounder? Asked Denise. Yes, you must eat something health, he said, in reply to her saying, I wish that made sense too, but I guess I'll just live in hope. Do tell me what a coffee pounder is. What do they use them for in Greece? This is coffee powder for cocoa, he said, sending some photos of cocoa powder. I don't understand. That looks like ground coffee to me. What does it have to do with cocoa? LOL is a cocoa product. You meal it out of cocoa. That makes no sense at all. Please just tell me what coffee powder is, and please read what you're typing before hitting send, because almost nothing you're typing makes any sense at all. Let's text when I get back to the motel, okay? He said. No, let you tell me now what coffee pounder is, please. It'll be much quicker just to tell me what it is than to keep typing daft sentences. Google leapt in. Dry cocoa solids are the components of cocoa beans remaining after cocoa butter, the fatty component of the bean, is extracted from chocolate liquor. Roasted cocoa beans that have been ground into a liquid state. I didn't ask you for a dictionary definition of cocoa solids. I asked you what is coffee pounder, so please, please, please stop sending me daft answers. It's the same thing as coffee powder, dear, said our man, who clearly didn't know the difference between cocoa and coffee. Awesome, so I'll send me some stupid rubbish about cocoa. From now on, I'll give you ridiculous, unconnected answers. If you ask me a question, then you'll see just how stupid and annoying it is. Oh, so sorry about that. I was writing in terms of agricultural words common, don't take it persona. I've absolutely no idea what that means. Are you seriously telling me that using agricultural words means talking about totally unrelated products in an attempt to confuse the person you're talking to? Because that isn't even remotely clever. I don't even know what agricultural words common means, or why you sent me some rubbish about cocoa. I'll suggest you change the subject. Hey, it's okay. Don't get frame up for minus words that are never meant to offend you. Please, 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 try and type something, anything that makes sense, and change the subject, said Denise. I will text once I get in my motel, okay? That sounds like a good idea. Maybe you'll work out how to type something sensible. Just putting random words together isn't a good way to write. I'm sure it isn't how you write when you're doing business. Good evening in my end. How was your day? Yesterday I was very tired by the time I got back to the motel. I couldn't type. That's why I insisted on talking on the phone. These people are really delaying me here, he said, and I don't think it will be done by this Wednesday. And he sent a little video of bundles of vanilla pods in boxes. I can't see any people, said Denise. Is that the vanilla that you're quarantining? Yes, dear. They are busy working, but it's okay. Good evening, my dear. Hello, it's afternoon here, she said, and it's a lovely sunny day. I've been doing some gardening. Did you say you were leaving today? Not today, love. I said the vanilla is supposed to be dispatched today, but they didn't finish but it remain. Oh, okay. I hope it gets sent soon. I was supposed to live here during this weekend, but I will see if it's still going to be possible. But anyway, I'll let you know. I don't understand that, said Denise. I'm supposed to travel back to the state, then go get prepared to Greece and France. Oh, you mean you might have to go straight to Greece? Will you ever write an entire sentence that makes sense? It always sounds as if you've typed a random selection of words, not read them, and then hit the send in the hope they might mean something. I'd so like it if you typed a real sentence that actually makes sense, so I don't have to keep working out what I think you might have meant. Oh, I've forgotten. You always got frame up whenever there is a mistake in my text. Don't do that. Try to understand me, okay? Or it's better to tell me that you don't get me that speaking in very rude manners I told you English is my second language. You live in the US and you're an international businessman. I'm sure you could at least try and write something that makes sense, and I haven't framed you for anything. And in reply to him saying, You always got frame up, she said, No, just occasionally. So far, you haven't written one single sentence that makes sense. Not a single one. And in reply to him saying, It's better to tell me that you don't get me, she said, I did tell you here that I didn't understand. And that was where he'd said, I was supposed to live here during this weekend, but I will see if it is still going to be possible, but anyway I will let you know. And she said, your answer was another meaningless sentence that was totally unrelated to what you'd said before, as far as I could tell, because he'd said I was supposed to travel back to the state, then go get prepared to Greece and France. So there really isn't much point in telling you I don't understand. I just have to try to interpret what you've said and hope I'm close. So pretend I'm one of your business contacts, or write in your first language, and I'll use Google Translate. In fact, do that. That should be fun. Let's see if you can write proper meaningful sentences in your own language. Good morning, love. How was your day? I've been very busy, and I'll get back to you if I read your messages. I will be Fling by Monday. I will surely talk to you about it, okay? Take care. Is that a Highland fling or just a short fling? She didn't hear from him. So on Tuesday, she messaged him again. Are you Fling yet? And to be honest, it took me till Wednesday to realise that what he probably meant was flying. Good morning, he said on Wednesday. How are you doing this morning in your end? Good morning, dear, he said on Thursday. How are you doing today? Are you okay? I'm fine, thanks. I'm glad to hear that. How was your day today? Any plan for the weekend? You still haven't answered my question, said Denise. This was Friday. You told me I will be Fling by Monday, but you still haven't told me what that is, or whether you've done it yet. You even said I will surely talk to you about it, okay, but you haven't. I'm already in the state, getting ready for EU, love, he said. Good morning, love. How are you doing today? Do you have a lot of time to text today? Okay, said Denise. I'm not sure how that's an answer to my question, but I guess it's good that you managed to get back to the States. But I do wonder if you read what I'm typing. Did you manage to get the vanilla sent to France? Can you rephrase the questions again, he said. Yes, but getting ready to go back to the France, and from there I will go to UK. We can meet for a coffee if you don't mind. Of course, that might be a chocolate, since he doesn't know the difference. Okay, you told me I will be Fling by Monday. You haven't told me what you will fling, or why you'll fling it. Then you said, I will surely talk to you about it. Okay, you haven't talked to me about flinging. I asked, is that a Highland fling, or just a short fling? What were you going to fling? What kind of fling are you talking about? Good afternoon from me. How was your day? He said a week later. Please answer the question. I rephrased it for you. Please read both very well for better understanding, she said, copying the scammer's usual phrase. I fly to France. I'm here with doing my marketing stuff, darling, to meet with my buyer from EU, but when I'm done, I'll be coming to meet you. Please, please, please answer the question, said Denise. Is this an example of how you'll behave when you get here? Just ignore me and talk about something else all the time. Please read my question very, very slowly and very, very carefully. That will bring much better understanding, so you can answer it. Here is what I said. I wanted to book a flight to France, and I did. I fly to France. I thought I answered your question. I was very busy. You didn't answer my question, so I'll type it very, very slowly, so you can read it very, very well. Yes, I flew on Monday to France last week, and I was busy all through, which might just help you to understand better. Oh, okay. I will be Fling by Monday. You haven't told me what you will fling, or why you will fling it. You haven't talked to me about flinging. Is that a Highland fling, or just a short fling? Sorry, maybe as my English is poor. What were you going to fling? What kind of fling are you talking about? Please read that very, 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 very slowly, and very, 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 very carefully. Yes, I understand. Here is what I said. I'm sorry about my English. I didn't mean fling. I means flying to France. I have no idea why your English is poor. Don't they speak English in Georgia, US, she said. Anyway, if you're now in France, I guess your trip to Greece went well. LOL. Yeah, he said, in reply to her saying, don't they speak English in Georgia, US? When will you be leaving France? Yes, I'll be in Greece after we meet in UK. Oh, you haven't been there yet. In France? I'll text you once I'm done this evening. I asked you for your number. You didn't want to give me. That's right. Is everything okay? She said a few days later. You said you'd text me, but that was 4 days ago. Are you all right? Yeah, he said a month later. How was your day? I'm sorry, I've been really busy, but I have a free time now, if you're free. Are you okay? But by then, Denise was ignoring him. I hope you enjoyed this tale of a scammer who really had no idea what he was talking about. If you did, please like it, please share it, please comment down below, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again in another video.